In a realm where power was both a blessing and a curse, a lone figure emerged from the shadows of the Ottoman Empire, Sultan Ibrahim. A ruler marked by bizarre obsessions, extravagant parties, and an infamous legacy, he navigated the treacherous waters of palace intrigue with a mind as unpredictable as the tides of the Bosphorus. But was he truly mad, or merely a pawn in a ruthless game played by those closest to him? His reign would become a harrowing tale of ambition and betrayal, a tragic symphony that echoed through the ages, a chilling reminder of how the thirst for power can warp the minds of even the most powerful. Join me as we peel back the layers of history and uncover the shocking truth about Sultan Ibrahim, a man who ruled an empire, yet lost everything in the relentless pursuit of power and sanity. This is the tragic tale of Sultan Ibrahim, madness or manipulation. To truly understand the tragic tale of Sultan Ibrahim, we must first journey back to his origins. Born in 1615 to Sultan Ahmed I, Ibrahim was the youngest of his father's many sons. From the moment he entered this world, destiny carved a treacherous path before him. The Ottoman court, renowned for its splendor, was also notorious for its deadly rivalries and power plays. Growing up within the opulent walls of Topkapi Palace, Ibrahim experienced a childhood steeped in both privilege and peril. He witnessed firsthand the ruthless nature of court politics, where alliances could shift like the sands of the desert and loyalty was a fleeting concept. As a young boy, he watched as his brothers and rivals were eliminated, often at the hands of those who once called them family. But even within the palace, he was an outsider. His mother, the Valid Sultan, held little influence, and the weight of expectation pressed heavily on his shoulders. Could the seeds of madness have been planted in those formative years? As we consider this question, take a moment to subscribe to Ancient Perspectives for more captivating explorations of history's most enigmatic figures. In 1640, at just 25 years old, Ibrahim ascended to the throne following the untimely death of his brother, Sultan Ahmed. But this ascension was not simply a celebration, it was fraught with danger. Upon taking the throne, he faced immediate challenges. The empire was reeling from a series of military defeats, and the treasury was strained. With his mother acting as a powerful influence behind the scenes, Ibrahim struggled to find his footing. As he began to implement his own policies, whispers of his unconventional rule started to circulate. His extravagant parties and lavish spending quickly drew the ire of the empire's elite. They viewed him as a frivolous ruler, more concerned with pleasure than with the state's stability. Ibrahim's behavior became increasingly eccentric. Some historians suggest that his early experiences in the palace left him ill-prepared for the pressures of leadership. His reign could very well have been a facade, masking deeper psychological issues that emerged under the stress of his responsibilities. If you find these revelations fascinating, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Your support helps us delve deeper into the stories that shaped our world. As time went on, the signs of Ibrahim's madness became more pronounced. Known for his peculiar obsessions, he surrounded himself with lavish displays of wealth and beauty. His harem was his refuge, but it soon became a source of controversy. Ibrahim was not just a sultan, he was a man consumed by his desires. One of the most notorious tales recounts how Ibrahim would host extravagant feasts that lasted for days. While the elite of the empire reveled in luxury, the empire itself began to crumble under the weight of mismanagement. Soldiers returned from failed campaigns, their spirits broken, while the treasury suffered further depletion. Could such madness be attributed solely to Ibrahim's unstable mind? Or was he being pushed toward the edge by those who sought to manipulate him for their own gain? This brings us to an intriguing intersection of psychology and politics, one that has fascinated historians for centuries. As the empire teetered on the brink of chaos, a formidable figure emerged from the shadows. Köprülü Mehmet Pasha, the Grand Vizier. A man of great ambition, Köprülü recognized the potential to elevate his own status by manipulating the Sultan. While many viewed Köprülü as a loyal advisor, he was in reality a cunning strategist. Rather than guiding Ibrahim towards sound decisions, Köprülü exploited the Sultan's vulnerabilities. He whispered doubts and fears into Ibrahim's ear, twisting the narrative to serve his interests. Under Köprülü's influence, the political landscape shifted dramatically. The once mighty Sultan found himself ensnared in a web of intrigue, unable to discern friend from foe. As the walls of the palace closed in around him, Ibrahim's mental state deteriorated further. His paranoia deepened, leading him to view even his closest allies as potential threats. Are you enjoying this deep dive into the world of Ottoman intrigue? Don't forget to share this video with fellow history buffs. By 1648, the discontent within the empire reached a boiling point. Ibrahim's decisions had left the military weakened, and the treasury was all but depleted. The once revered sultan was now seen as a liability. Other powerful nobles recognized that Ibrahim's erratic behavior could no longer be tolerated. They united, leveraging the discontent among the military and the populace to orchestrate a coup against the sultan. In June of 1648, Ibrahim was deposed. His closest advisors turned against him, and the very walls that had once echoed with his laughter now bore witness to his fall from grace. Imprisoned and isolated, the man who once wielded immense power became a mere shadow of his former self. The tragedy culminated in his execution later that year, a cruel end for a ruler who had lost his grip on reality. But as we reflect on Ibrahim's downfall, we must ask, was he truly a madman, or merely a victim of the ruthless political machinations that surrounded him? If this tragic story resonates with you, consider subscribing to Ancient Perspectives for more narratives that uncover the depths of history's most fascinating figures. Ibrahim's execution marked the end of an era, but his legacy remains complex and multifaceted. History paints him as a mad sultan, but could he have been more than that? As we sift through the layers of his life, we uncover a narrative of a man trapped by the very institution that was supposed to empower him. A victim of circumstances, Ibrahim's tale serves as a poignant reminder of the perilous nature of absolute power. In examining his life, we are forced to confront uncomfortable truths about leadership and the psychological toll it can take. The tragic fate of Sultan Ibrahim invites us to ponder. How often do we dismiss the fragility of those in power, failing to see the human struggles behind the crown? The tragic tale of Sultan Ibrahim reveals the delicate dance between madness and manipulation, a narrative that transcends time and resonates even today. Thank you for joining me on this exploration into the life of a ruler who lived and died by the sword of ambition. If you found this story as captivating as I did, please give this video a thumbs up, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Ancient Perspectives for more riveting tales from history. What do you think? Was Ibrahim a madman, or was he merely a pawn in a deadly game? Until next time, may the stories of the past guide your perspective on the present. If you're captivated by stories like this, don't forget to subscribe to Ancient Perspectives for more epic tales of history's greatest figures and moments. Hit the bell icon to never miss an adventure into the past.